Sue, thank you for that very nice, warm introduction. I want to say right off the bat, of course, I continue to think about Dan Hanks, and I know that Tom talked about that a few minutes ago. And what a great Republican is my colleague, my physician colleague, my friend from medical school days, and that goes way back to 1965, is Dan Hanks, and I know you will continue to keep him in your prayers as he progresses toward a full recovery. Sue mentioned, I thought that was pretty good, that little quip about Dumb and Dumber. I am so pleased, I am absolutely thrilled to hear that Governor Romney, our nominee, has selected Paul Ryan as his running mate. I don't know how much y'all know about Paul Ryan, but let me just take a couple of minutes to tell you a little bit about him. I think Tom Graves, my colleague, would agree with this completely. Paul Ryan is one of the most likable members of Congress. He is certainly popular in the Republican conference, but I mean across the aisle. There is tremendous respect for this young 42-year-old congressman from Wisconsin. He has been a member of the House of Representatives. I believe he would be going into his seventh term, maybe eighth. And so he must have been elected at age 28, maybe even 26. And before that, he was a staffer on the Hill for Sam Brownback and a former congressman from the state of Wisconsin, his home state. So I think this is a great choice. A lot of people talk about his intelligence and wonkiness and understanding of the budget and all of that, but you'll see if you watch television today, and I'm sure many of you will, most of you will, this is a guy also with great curb appeal. He's a young, attractive, not unlike my colleague Tom Graves in that category, but he is very smart, and I think it's a great ticket. I think it's a winning ticket. And as I was talking to my staff, Andrew Johnson, as we were driving up here, we talked about the decision being one to not play small ball, not to be overly careful with a choice, and there were several potentials, right, who would have been good choices, but not bold choices. And this is going for the fences, folks, quite honestly. And I think it's time for us to go for the fences. It's not time to play small ball. It's time to be honest with the American people, particularly with our seniors. I'm one of them. Many of you are among that group that are dependent on Social Security and Medicare. And as I said to the press, I don't know, a year ago, maybe about, well, you know, aren't you Republicans on the verge of pushing Granny off the cliff or throwing seniors under the bus? And I said, well, at least with those two options, you have a chance of survival. If you sit there like Obama and Dumb and Dumber and do nothing to fix Medicare and Social Security, they're gone. They are absolutely gone by the year 2022 or possibly even earlier. So great choice, winning team, 45th President of the United States, and maybe Paul Ryan becomes the 46th in 8 years. Let me conclude my remarks. I know you want to hear from a lot of other dignitaries, and I look at my colleagues over there and I think, how does Rome do this every time? You have an annual barbecue and you get the lieutenant governor, the speaker of the House, and sometimes even the governor and all these constitutional elected officials. It just shows you what Sue said about Floyd County and the Republican Party and how strong you are and how influential you are, what great representation you have in the Georgia General Assembly, and I really commend you for that. I guess in a way, I want to say to you, if I don't get a chance to officially do this in the next 3 or 4 months before my term officially ends in the 112th Congress, and I do indeed lose Floyd County, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I sincerely appreciate Floyd County. I'll never forget the fact that 4,500 margin vote victory occurred in Floyd County when my first opponent, Roger Kahn, assumed when Monica Kaufman announced about 11 p.m. on election night that he would be the next congressman from this district, only to see those Floyd County returns come in, and then I got a call from Roger Kahn. God knows where he is today, but you give me the opportunity for the last 10 years to represent you in the Congress of the United States, House of Representatives. It's been a great privilege. But everybody is not necessarily expendable, but certainly replaceable. And when you have an opportunity, of course, and redistricting occurs every 10 years, to lose one and gain another, what you're hoping for, of course, is that you still have the character and integrity and the conservative principles that have served you, as I think I have, in my colleague, Tom Graves. What a great new member, and I just couldn't be happier for him and for you. Let me just say Floyd County again as I close, and I know it's time to move on as I see the signs flashing in my eyes. For me to say farewell. I'll be in the district over these next 3 or 4 months, and I know I'll see many of you. I'll come to the breakfasts, and I'll continue to represent you with the great constituent services. Janet Byington, by the way, will remain my district director as I move into the new 11th, and you're very fortunate that Linda Lyles will stay with you in the new 14th. Two great people. I love them dearly, and I know you love them dearly as well. So with that, I'll conclude and welcome again to the podium my friend, your new member of Congress from the 14th, the Honorable Tom Graves. Thank you all so very much.